Good morning and welcome back to day 4 Western Wild Survival. We got up this morning nice and early and I seen that there was snow forecast and I'm like, we got to get some trees down to sell. It's we need to get a bit extra cash because we are going to have to get a trailer to unload the harvester into, as well as the harvester. So the harvester I've got picked out, which I think will work the best for us overall. It's been a bit of a guessing game, but I was looking at, I was going to get this one, that one, but we're gonna try and go for this one. A little bit more expensive, but it's a bit bigger. We'll check it. I just don't want to roll this thing and we have to fix it up. Yeah, we're gonna tip. We're gonna slow down. So yeah, it's about 40 grand, 42 grand with the header. The trailer's gonna be 3 or 4 grand, and then you know that's about as close as we're gonna get, as cheap as we're gonna get for a bit of a harvest setup. Plus we still got to try and scrounge up the cash to cultivate again. Hopefully we've got some more eggs this morning. And if we're just going to be chopping trees today, what I might do is I might skip forward to January because I thought the field would be ready today. Worst case, we'll skip forward to January and hopefully it's done by then. Let's get this sold. I'm stoked that we made it. I didn't think we were going to make it down here. That thing was just huge, overloaded. 9,000, hey? I thought it was more. Maybe the price of timber's come down this month. Yeah, it is. I don't know, December. December should be better prices. Maybe there was too many gaps. But there's still a few logs up there in case we need it. What we could do is we may look at purchasing this equipment, get it all down the farm and set up and ready. That could be a good thing. There's a little trailer made by 82 Studios. I think it's about $4,000. It holds 6,000 litres for the normal capacity, or we can get the Unreal, but I won't. We'll just do the normal capacity. I think that's what we're going to get. So I was going to get this, but for the extra couple of $1,000 we can get this. We don't need to change any wheels, we don't need to do anything special with it. We've got to put that on. That's all free. We don't really have much colour choice. Great if there was a green, but there's not. So that's what we're getting. Just making sure we're on the right track. Trailer wise, bang for buck. I'm hoping to be able to get this thing 2020 tippet. Hopefully we got enough cash. And we are still going to have to get ourselves a cultivator or a plough to rip up the field. We still need to get a stump grinder. We still need to get more land because we're running out of trees. I might just leave this here because there's a couple of logs there we can load up. Okay. We're safe. We can get what we need done now. So this one is 3.2 meters. This one is 5 meters, so that's why I'm thinking of that one. So we need 50. We're going to need to sell more trees if we're going to get a trailer. What do we do? What do we do? Should we just buy this one? This one holds 34.50. It's 23 grand. This one's cheaper. I didn't see this one before. Hopefully there's a header for it because there's no combination. Oh, there it is. 4.2 meters. You know what? Let's get this one. I think. I'm thinking we're going to go this one. We don't have the money to get, like, there's other ones that are 70 grand. We've got that one there for 50 grand. But 30, 40 grand, 500 grand. That one's 5,000 litres. 1,500 litres. That one does 5 meters. That one does 3.2. That does 5,000. So that might be our next step up. The Starliner. But I think for now, this is the one. What's it change? It's just going to be very chilly. That's all. We're going to be cold. 1980, 88.90. You definitely put a hood on, otherwise we are going to freeze. That's us. That's... I reckon that's us. 23,000. It's going to hold 3,500 litres, which isn't a lot. But for under 30 grand, we're going to be harvesting. There we go. We're not going to be super cold because we have a roof if it starts raining because there is snow due. And by getting this one, we also have a little bit of extra cash to get a trailer and a cultivator. So we do have a flasher. We have some lights that work. Oh, that's sketchy. It opens right up behind your head. Okay. She's old school, but it's going to do the job for us, right? That's all we needed. All right, we'll get this back, and we will sort out the soybeans and the eggs very shortly. All right, welcome back. I skipped through to January. There was nothing to do except for trees, and no one needs to see that every single episode. I picked up ourselves this little Lizard Logistics TLX 2020 Tippet trailer by 82 Studios. It's a little perler. I think it's got an 8,000 litre. I think it's 6,000, 8,000 or unrealistic. I just went for the 8,000. The best thing is it also has a hitch on the back. So things like this water cart. You could throw some wheat in the back for the chickens. Fill it up with water on the way back through. Get it all done in one hit. So that doesn't make a huge difference right now. But as we get bigger, and hopefully we do, it's just, yeah, instead of doing multiple trips, you can do one. Take it all with you at the same time. We do have to save up. We've got to get about 20 grand to get ourselves a cultivator. So let's see. Turn this beast on. Oh, we also want to try and collect the straw. That's something that I didn't think about, because that's just extra cash. For free, really, because it just gets thrown out. Well, it's not the widest of machines, but hey, we got a harvester. We're harvesting our own crops for the very first time. There is snow due, so we have to get this done as fast as we can so we don't lose any yield. We're just going to have to get it going, get it done. And yeah, I'm super excited. It's our own first harvest on an empty map. We've done it all ourselves. There's been no cheats, there's been no contracts, there's been nothing. It's just been us. All by myself. So yeah, let's get this done. I might do a bit of a time lapse. Up and down, because there's going to be plenty of them. But when it comes time to unloading, I'll grab you back in. I think we might sell this down at the train station. I've never used the train down there to sell crops and stuff, so it's going to be a bit of a learning curve. Hopefully we can work it out. If not, we will take it over to the farmers market near the garage there. But I'm going to jump into a little bit of a time lapse and we'll get it done. Apologies, for some reason that didn't record. It started snowing. We had a harvester full, which was 4,000 litres, as you can see in the trailer there. Oh no, 3,500 litres. The 4,000 litres of soybeans on the front are in the pallets from our open air garden. So I figured I'd jump back into a heated cab. We'll get down here. We'll see about selling off the crops, and I've never sold down here in the train. Like, I think there's an auger and stuff like that we've got to load up into, so hopefully we can get that to work. First time for everything. Yeah, I'm a little bit annoyed that that didn't actually record, because that was the funny part. But anyway, I need to get it harvested with an enclosed cab if we're going to continue to harvest in winter, because my toes were blue, even in the boots. I think I'd have seen something there under that log. We'll have a look on the way. If it's what I think it is, we won't get it yet, but at least we know it's there. So maybe, do these ones get sold on this trailer, same with where the eggs went? I want to drop them there in case it doesn't. Maybe the soybeans have to go in the auger. Maybe they can't be sold here in this thing. I may have to put these in the trailer once we empty the trailer. Bring this back a bit. It looks like that's got to line up over that trailer there. So we need to lift this thing up higher. I guess line it up over that blue. Oh, this thing does 5. This would take forever to get around the map. This is probably why I don't use these things. I should. I've got one in on my other channel. I'm doing Silver Run Forest. There's one that does 40 Ks. That's a modded one. That looks about right, I'd say. Let's see if this works. I'm gonna get this oat out before it gets spoiled. bugger. That tree messed me up. Please work. Please work. Come on. Why isn't it? There it is. What was that? A very, very small trigger. Why isn't that money going up? Uh oh, what happened there? Oh, there it is. Very, very, very small triggers. What's that, 10 grand? That's awesome. So before we unload this into the trailer, can we just hold these over the top of that? And maybe they'll go in as well? Oh, it does. Wicked. 11 grand for those ones. 30 grand we just made. That just paid for our harvester. That's 3 months of the greenhouse too, so that is wicked. Phew! Dang little bushes. That's cool as. So yeah, we should get about 4 grand a month from the greenhouse, 3 grand a month depending on the price at the time. That is cool. Alright, let's do my heading. I'm pretty sure there was one here in the yeah, it was right there. We may come and get that later if we need to buy some land, which we are going to have to do very soon. I'm thinking about, like I said, buying, I think it was field 36, just purely for logging at the moment, just so we've got an income coming in while we're waiting for our crops. This snow could take months to pass, so we're going to have to plan that out a little bit better next time. But I mean, we do have enough now to buy a cultivator, so we could always go in and cultivate the second field. So the one that I normally use is this one. It's 4 meters, 160 horsepower. That one's 5 meters, 180 horsepower. We're sort of getting to the limit of the tractor. 180. Should we chance it for an extra few thousand? An extra meter makes a difference. People say size doesn't matter, but it does when you got to get done before dark and when it's snowing. Yeah, we got this whole field here we can plough. It's pretty big. I think it's definitely bigger than that one. We can make it wider to match. Because I'd say eventually we will merge these two fields. It just sucks about the snow. Not happy, Jan. What about our eggs? How are we going for eggs? Very close to a full pallet, so I'm going to leave them there because I want to make sure. I want to see what it's like with a full pallet. We will check to make sure there's enough feed and water there. That's good enough water. They're at 100%. Oh, they've multiplied. They've made babies. That's why we've got so many more. We've got 120 now. That is killer. Looks like there's heaps ready to pop too, so the rooster is definitely doing his job. Well, let's head up to the shop. We'll go and have a look at some cultivators, plows, etc. and see what we can do. I'm also thinking once we do eventually buy this land across here, making like a little shortcut, because there is a little bit of a gap in the trees that are through here, like a little tree tunnel. which would be cool down the main road too. Just throwing a couple of trees on either side of the road, just so it looks like it's a bit of a enchanted forest. Plows, what should we got? Lots of plows. This one's 30 grand, 17 grand. That one will take forever. The horsepower needed though, that's 2.5 meters, 160. And I know these aren't legit plows, but they work as them because there's a crate field mod. That needs 225. I don't think we'd be able to pull that. It's still only 5 meters anyway. $7.4 meters. I think we'll just stick with what we know that's going to work at either the Lemken or the Amazon. I like the Amazon because you can change the colour. This one, well, you can change it a little bit. Need to find a colour that's close to our Fiat Agri. Maybe that one. Alright, that's what we're getting. 5 meters. Oh, didn't think about the weight. Holy crap, it snowed a lot while we're inside. I don't think we're harvesting for the rest of the day. Look at that. Looks matching. It's way too big on this tractor. A little bit heavy. We may have to throw that. I think we've got that weight that's up the front. I think there's a weight at the farm that was there when we moved in. I might throw that on just to be safe. I might have to hunker down inside for a little while because this is getting a bit blizzardy. This is giving the tractor a bit of a clean. She's looking a bit better. Yeah, so there's that weight there. Maybe we stick. That should help level us out a little bit more. I mean, it's the snow also that's making it harder to steer. Yeah, it's definitely the snow. Right, we're going to hunker down for a bit. We're going to make a cup of tea. Get the heater on. So glad we're not in that tent. Might even have a banana. But we'll see you back soon. Okie dokie, we got up early this morning because the snow had stopped. We hunkered down all night. It was freezing, the snow was thick and fast everywhere. But we cooked up some eggs and we had a bit of a soybean salad. We were good to go. I had oats for breakfast this morning and out here, out going. So there is snow due, it'll probably hit again about 9 or 10 o'clock. So I'm out here getting it done as fast as I can. I have got the time turned down a little bit just so we can get it done before it starts bucketing down. Apologies for that, but the bonus is we've got more stuff to do now because there's a few little bits and pieces that need to be done. I went really crooked on that run. It's dark, I can't tell if we're going straight or not. Normally the header's heaps wider so you can sort of line it up with a line on the ground and pick it, but that was very, very bad. But hey, it's all got to be harvested. It's going to be the same in the end. But I think I'll tidy up this little section. We'll jump back into a time lapse. Get this sorted a bit sooner. And we'll get paid. Get a cultivator because if it's going to be snowing, we can still do the cultivating and planting. I think we can plant still. It's only when you're harvesting that it says it has an effect on the crop. So We've also got to look at getting something so we can pick up this, maybe a cheap baler. That's going to come in handy later on down the track anyway. We'll be using it more and more. So I guess that's something that we could get. A baler we could use to pick up the grass. I suppose it's just going to depend on what's cheaper, if a forage wagon's cheaper or a baler's cheaper. Is there anything in the shop today? I haven't looked. That would be amazing. But we don't have that much money. Damn it. See, if I didn't buy the harvester, we could have bought that tractor. That's how it always happens to me, honestly. It's nuts. Alright, I might move over here a bit and try and line it up with that row. I know we're not going to get a full row in, but it is what it is. Alright, let's get a time that's happening. Getting close to being full. And there we have it. Another full tank. Doesn't hold that much, unfortunately, but it's working perfectly. I love that. It's an open air garden, but when it's cold overnight, it puts a tent up to keep them cozy. We look after the fruit and veggies. Trailer on. I think this trailer can hold 8,000 litres, so it should be able to do 2 loads from the harvester. I'll have to work out the price of oats as well. I'm not sure. Do we sell enough just to make some cash to get what we need? Or do we sell a lot right now? Because obviously we're not playing with seasons on, so it probably isn't in season, but we'll have a look. Not sure how long the spout is. No backlights on this one. There we go. So what's oats worth? It's highest in October. What are we getting at the moment? We need to get ourselves... We've got a fair bit of equipment here now, so we don't need to sort of splurge and buy anything except for like a forage wagon. These things need... These are wicked little beasts. It's like, if that was a forage wagon and a mower, I'd get that, because perfect. 85 horsepower, it mows the fields. I'm still thinking about getting one of them. But balers, what have we got? This little thing here. 30 grand. I thought I had those cheaper ones than that. Damn, man, they're so expensive. 39 grand for that. This just does 100. That's tiny ones, isn't it? I know there was one that came out that had a trailer you could tow behind it that would scoop them up as you came through, but 22 grand's a lot of cash for that. 30 grand, that holds 16,000 litres. That might be what we get for now. It's only 60 horsepower. That 23,000. These are wicked, but we don't have the power to run it. Unfortunately. I think 30 grand for that is what we'll get. That way we can scoop up this straw, even if we sell it, don't need it straight away. And I'm pretty sure we could pick ourselves up like a cheaper even just a front mower, something nasty and cheap like that even, and then that way as we're driving along it can scoop it straight up in behind it. But see, you know, that's what sucks, because we could have that's 12 grand, 30 grand, so that's 42. We could buy that for 37. I wonder if that'll pick up the straw. It says it can take straw, silage, grass. I don't know. We'll have to give it a good shot, I guess. Let's get back into this. It seems to slow down a little bit when it gets full, so I'm not sure if it's because it's snowy on there still or what, but yeah, I don't know, no idea. We're probably about halfway through, I reckon. So we'll get back at it, and once we got a full load, we'll shoot down and empty it off. Getting close to full again. The game crashed. I don't know if it's something to do with this. I've never used this harvester before, but it just died. So I've just had to redo everything from the start of the day that you guys were watching to get back to this point, which has been fun. But I took the opportunity when the game crashed to check out ModHub. I found a couple of different mowers and I think 1 or 2 balers that might come in handy. So that's what I've got to work out now, because I want to mow. That's the thing. You've got to grass. Well, it's all here. You've got to, you know, it's free. We could have been making money off it already. But I want to lift this as well and get the straw. So I don't know. We'll see how much money we got. Probably a few products over there again. Maybe we're full of eggs. But there's a mower I want to get. Super cheap, and that will help us immensely, especially once we get into some bigger fields. There's a baler we can get for 10 grand, 12 grand I think it is, so then we don't have to worry about a forage wagon, but we're going to need a forage wagon for the mower, or we can run the baler after it. So it's decisions, and I am a very bad person with decisions. I just can never work it out. So I think we'll run this. I might put the worker on in here. We will jump out. This trailer's full anyway. I think we should have a pallet or 2 up there, so I might go down and grab our flat deck trailer. I think it's down here near the trees. We'll throw that on. We'll take whatever produce we got down to sell as well. If there's eggs, we can just lift them on. There's a couple of logs there, etc. So we'll just sell everything we got. The snow probably isn't going to be far away. It's getting a bit darker. Speaking of darker, I'll put the lights back on. Tractor knows she's got a load on now. Yeah, that's my thoughts without a stump. So yeah, we still need a stump grinder. So many things we need, so many things to do. It's just, I'm trying to plan out in my head what we need to do first. And the first thing we've got to do is to clear up that straw off the field, because we're going to be cultivating that. So that has to go. So I'm thinking, I don't know how much we're going to get from it, but at the same time, if we're only paying 10 grand for a baler, which hopefully we can lift the bales up into here with the tractor, take them and sell them. And if it's crappy, it's only 10 grand. We can sell it if we get 7 or 8 grand for it, but we've made a few grand out of the straw. That's perfect. It doesn't bother me. Got them down. Ooh, we've got a full pallet of eggs. A first full pallet of eggs. Well done, ladies. So we should get a bit of cash for this. We got almost 7,000 litres of oat, 1,400 eggs, 2,000 litres of soybean. That should be enough to get us a little bit of stuff. I was just thinking, I wonder if that roller can go on the back of the back of that cedar. I can't remember who I was watching, Daggerwin or someone like that. They had that one or the green one that we usually use, and he had two of them behind it to get a bigger area. I was just wondering if he did the same with the roller, so as you're seeding, the roller's coming behind it. I may have already tried it. I cannot remember. I'm a forgetful farmer. Yeah, this tractor, she's doing us proud. Definitely paid for itself. If I had to buy another one for 30 grand, I probably would. It's got some decent power, it's got some decent speed. That thing would be better. Oh, look at the little one. It's 150 horsepower. That'd be perfect for running around. That'd be perfect for running our cedar and things like that. You know what? If that will run our baler, that could be a little bit of a deal. Run the baler, the cedar, the roller. Free this one up a little bit more for doing deliveries and pickups. Alright, so let's drop these eggs off. Probably should take notice of the prices of those before we start bringing them down, because they're an item that when your farm's making it 8 grand for that. They're an item that when your farm's making a lot of cash, you don't really realise it what they're worth, if that makes sense, because you're like, oh yeah, that's 5 grand, that's 4 grand. You're like, oh, they're not really needed. Don't even bother collecting them because you know you got $800,000 from all your crops you've just harvested. But when you're doing survival, eggs can make or break you, literally. You got to be yoking me, right? No, but I'm serious. No yolks. Is that full? Oh, it must have been full because it wasn't spitting it out fast enough at the end. The soybeans. I just ran backwards past the trailer. Okay. So one of these a month is about, at this price at the moment, about 5 grand. Wish I could grab hold of this thing and just spin it around. Yeah, so that should give us, I've got to be careful because whatever we plant next is, you know, obviously you've seen the last couple episodes, we've been struggling to make 10 grand. And then we're sitting up at 60 grand now, and we bought equipment and we spent 20 grand on a harvester. So we've been lucky, those trees and stuff. So the trees are going to be, they're sort of pivotal for us to keep surviving until we get more fields and things up and running. So we're going to have a look at some land that's got trees on it. Just to make sure that we can keep the money pumping in, you know what I mean? Alrighty, let's get back up there. Take over from this harvester so he stops charging me money. Oh crap. Gotta watch what I'm doing, man. Alright, see you up there. Oh, bugger me. I only had that much left. I don't think we'll sell this batch. I think we'll hang on to it just in case, unless we need to buy something. I'm definitely going to have to get a baler. We've got something to pick all this up. I don't know how much is there. I don't know how much it's going to cost. I don't know anything, honestly. But yeah, I'm torn. I don't know whether to get a forage wagon or a baler. I'm thinking because we had a bit of a good payday, then we could probably afford to get a mower and a forage wagon. But then I'm like, bales would be so much easier because we don't have a silo at the moment. We could just stack the bales up. But it's also like picking the bales up. Can we lift them? Because we don't have super strength, so that could be a thing as well. I'm pretty sure, actually. Here's some auto-load bale trailers you can get that aren't too pricey. Might be in bale technology, bales. Bale loaders. That's 19 grand, it's 21,000. That's an auto load for 19. Yeah, they're pretty pricey. So we may just have to do it old school until we can make some money. I know one of these ones can do bales. That's a nice cheap trailer. I think you can do it as a bumper pull too. So you can have it, it opens, you can put stuff in it, you can use it as a dumper, they're super handy. This one's a bale trailer, they're auto load. I think this might be actually a good one for us to do logs with. It's low enough that we should be able to get our forks over easy enough. There's a fair few of those little ones like that. These are the same price, but they're smaller. Tipper, log fork. So this one would be okay. Not too big behind the tractor. And when we needed to, what's that, 17 grand? We could bring it up, make it a liquid tank, slurry spreader, flatbed, square bales. This one does round bales. Auto load square and round bales. That might be something that we can look at. Does this one do bales or just food? So there's a few little options that we can get. It's just I think we'll go with a baler, honestly. But that is probably all we are going to get through today. The snow's on its way. I'm going to hunker down, get nice and cozy, and dream about whether we've got to buy a baler, forage wagon and a mower. What's next? We've got to plan this out. But whatever we do, we've got to get this straw off the field so we can get crops in the ground as soon as possible. And we've also got to cultivate the new old field. So thank you for watching. Please, if you like what you see, give us a thumbs up, give us a sub. Check the description, we've got links in there to our socials and my other channel that I post on regularly too. I hope you're all safe and well. We will see you in the next one.